Planting in a water wicking garden? It's easy. Let us show you how. Welcome back to our channel where Justin, Ray, and myself will show you the steps to replanting in last year's containers. Planting in a water wicking garden can be done every single year with just a few simple steps to have your garden back up and running in no time. Let's follow along. In the spring, we get a large container to hold the old soil, the new soil, compost, and rotted cow manure to refresh the water wicking containers. Steps to refresh the self-watering containers is as follows. Step 1. Empty all the soil contents from last year's containers in a very large vessel, such as the one we have here. I purchased this from Tractor Supply, but a small container would work if you don't have a lot of containers to replant. Step 2. Pick out any roots, debris, weeds, or old plant parts and the cotton wicks from the pile and place them in the compost or a worm bin. Recycle the landscape fabric if possible. Don't overfill the vessel. Leave enough room to add the next components. Step 3. Using a mud pan or another container, mix your new soil, your compost, and your rotted cow manure. Mix well, breaking up any clumps of dirt, compost, or cow manure. This is a dried cow manure from last year. It's very aged and breaks up very nicely. If you want to learn how to make manure tea and manure tea bags, look up and check out that video link right after this video. Step 5. Prepare the containers by washing them in a large vessel such as this porcelain bathtub that I use for everything. Step 6. We are going to add our own farmhouse veggie wash to the water. Step 7. Add about a quarter cup of bleach and fill the tub with water. Step 8. Rinse the plant containers with a high pressure hose, but not over the tub. Step 9. Submerge the plant containers in the bleach water in the tub. Step 10. Scrub the plant containers and remove any soil that may be stuck to the planters. Step 11. Rinse well with a high pressure hose outside of the tub. Step 12. Proceed to replant in the planters. It would be great if I could grow plants in my hands just like this, but unfortunately I cannot. But fortunately, I have a great way to eliminate back-breaking work by using my self-watering raised water wicking garden over and over every single year. Did you know that it is so easy to hand plant seeds in a water wicking garden? It's just as easy as planting in the ground, but with no weeds popping up. More seeds have successfully sprouted in the self-water container gardening than it has ever in the ground garden. The seedling love that the soil is always moist, no drying out to hinder the growth. Don't forget, you can plant flowers in a water wicking self-watering garden too. I do this every year. The bees will thank you for it. And your vegetable garden will thank you for it too. Look at all that pollen. Thank you so much, little bees. Now it's time to reline the containers to plant seeds or plants in again this year. The plant containers are all washed, and I like to reuse the labels again. As you can see, they really stay on very well. As you see, this container has a hole in the bottom for the wicks to hang down in the tubes in the garden. Step 1. Wet the new cotton t-shirt wicks. Just as in the first video for the self-water container gardening system, we're going to basically do the same thing going forward. I will try and speed things up if you have already watched that video. Step 2. Add 3 to 4 wet cotton strips to the hole in the bottom of the planter. Step 3. Add a good sized piece of landscape fabric to cover the wicks and the hole so dirt won't go down in the hole. Step 4. Add just enough soil to hold down the fabric piece over the hole. Step 5. Like in the first video, I will add my pre-cut to fit landscape fabric, pinning the corners to help hold the sides down before filling with dirt. Step 6. Fill the containers to about 80% full, leaving room for seeds, plants, and some type of mulch to go on top. Step 7. Remove the clips off the planter. Step 8. Add seeds, plants, and mulch. Place this container in the water wicking garden and water well. If you don't have a water wicking system, you can use a container with no holes in a grow bag. Look up, I have a video on that. They are just as easy. The grow bag planters are great for apartment dwellers, loved ones in assisted living, or anyone unable to have a conventional garden. It's just as easy. Picking peppers is so easy in this container planter. Having the best tomatoes is also easy in this self-watering system. You should really try it, even if you use the grow bag system. I love going out and picking a whole fresh salad right off the plant. It's so easy. It saves my back and time, as well as it frees up more time so I can go at a turtle's pace if I so choose. It's been over a decade now that I have been using this self-watering water wicking garden, and as you can see, it never ever disappoints. This year we had to do something different. We had to add field fencing because the deer have been eating our garden even during the day. By purchasing food grade quality buckets, they will last a very long time. It is best to store them cleaned in the shed in the fall, but I do not always have that time, thus the spring cleaning video today. And this whole bed of zinnias is from the Dollar Tree. I have a whole blog on amazing ways to use Dollar Tree seeds. Be sure and check that one out. I'll leave the link below. We picked these this morning, so that's why there's hardly any left. I like to pick them every single morning. And here is our elderberry. It's just starting to make the elderberries. I have 2 blogs and a video on this, a video or 2. Check the gardens list out, and I'll leave the links below to find the blogs, the amazing benefits, and how to use elderberry and elderflowers. Please hit that subscribe button, bing, hit that all bell notification, and go up to the garden list that I have above and check out all my other gardening videos.